Hey everybody, Bill Knutson here, New York Sports with an Attitude. Alright, let's do a quick recap of the last three-game series in Chicago against the Cubs. It was Monday, Tuesday, and yesterday. So Monday night was Syndergaard on the mound. And as I've said several times before, he's been good. Nobody's going to say he was bad or anything, but not the powerful Thor that we've grown to watch, know, and love. This year he was like 8-3 with a 3.36 ERA. Good numbers. 8-3 is good. 3.36 is probably about the league average, but when you think of Syndergaard, you're not thinking an ERA league average. But Monday night, first game in Chicago on this long, tough road trip, he wasn't awesome. I mean, he gave up 4 runs in 6 innings. He left, it was 4-3. He got bailed out because we eventually tied the game before we lost it later on. But he was let off the hook. I said he was 8-3. He was 9-3. 9-3 with a 3.36 ERA. So he didn't get the loss, but 4 runs in 6 innings. It's not great. Actually raised his ERA to 3.51, which I said, is about league average, and he is way above league average in my mind. But you look at 9-3, that's really good. But again, he's not dominating. He's averaging about a strikeout an inning, which is good. But again, not dominating. But what's really not dominating about his numbers, he's giving up more than a hit an inning, and that he's just too hittable, and he's got to try and figure that out. I don't know what the issue is, but he just seems a lot more hittable this year. Again, 9-3 is really good, but the 3.51, that's about average, and he's not an average pitcher. But Monday night, those were his numbers, and we went down 7-4. So then Tuesday night, after that first game with Syndergaard going, we have the man, the Degrominator, and he Degrominated again. He pitched 8 innings, gave up 1 run, but the old bugaboo came back to bite him again. No offense. He went through a stretch with like 2 or 3 games in a row where we actually scored runs for him, but now we're right back to not scoring runs for him. So, like I said, 8 innings, 1 run. He was great again. Lowered his 171 ERA slightly to 168. Got a no decision. So he's 8-8 with an ERA of 168. And we went into extra innings. And the fog rolled in at Wrigley Field in Chicago. They suspended the game until 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. In the 10th inning, they suspended the game, and we lost on a walk-off hit in the 11th inning. But obviously, DeGrom was not part of that loss, in terms of on his record. But now he's 8-8 with a tremendously great ERA of 168. I've said it before, I'll say it again. He's got no chance at the Cy Young. I say he's in third place right now. I think Aaron Nola from the Phillies might be number one with Scherzer second, but 8-8. I don't care if his ERA ends up under 1. He's not getting the Cy Young Award. But I really want to eat those words and eat crow, and I will gladly do that on the show, on the air, for anybody to see it. But I don't think that show is going to be happening. But I really hope that he does win, but I say there's no chance of it. He's been absolutely great, though. I hope we sign him 4 years, $100 million. He's 30 years old. Obviously, he's proven he's a top flight pitcher. If not the best, he's right near the top. Sign him for 4 years. I know we have him signed for a couple of more years. Show him we appreciate everything he's done for us. $100 million, 4 years. I think you'll get him for that. And I hope we do. So we lost the first 2 games in Chicago with our 2 best pitchers. Syndergaard not pitching that great. DeGrom pitching great. We didn't get either one of those games. But then, the second game yesterday, which was actually the regularly scheduled game, we had Vargas. And for the entire season until about 3 starts ago, that was just a loss. No question about it, because he was absolute batting practice until about 3 starts ago. Then he started pitching decently his last 3 starts, and he did it again. You know, he pitched 6 innings, only gave up 1 run. For the 4th start in a row, he was really solid. And the offense came to play, you know. So we scored a whole bunch of runs, and 4 times in a row, like I said, Vargas was great, and got he's 3-0 over his last 4 starts with an ERA of just over 2. I don't know where this guy's been, but he's finally, you know, shown up and started pitching really well. So he got the win. He's 5-8 now, and 5 or 6 starts ago, his ERA was over 10. Now his ERA is down to 6.56, which is terrible. But where it was 5 or 6 starts ago, well over 10, 11, something like that, he's actually been very solid the last 4 games. So we were able to at least get something out of the 3-game series and get the last game. Still lost 2 out of 3, but better than getting swept. Tomorrow night, the brutal road trip continues. We go for 3 in San Francisco, 3 in LA. It's always brutal because we don't usually do well on the California road trips, but hopefully that'll change. Very late tomorrow night. I think it's a 10:15 start Friday night in San Francisco. Hopefully we'll get back on track and at least take 2 out of 3 in San Francisco. Well, college football actually pretty much starts with a few games today. No great games, but Saturday is what I'm really looking for. I'm an LSU fan. They're not playing until Sunday night, but Saturday, that's when the juices really get flowing for college football. I'm excited for it. Sunday's going to be a great day for me. I have my 12th annual fantasy draft at 1 o'clock. The Mets are in San Francisco at 4:05, and then LSU in Miami from Cowboy Stadium at 7:30. Beautiful day of sports. I'm looking forward to it. You know, got a couple of friends coming over. We're going to be fantasy football, Mets, LSU, plenty of food and drink. It's just going to be a fabulous day. College football all day Saturday and some on Sunday. And the NFL's coming a week from tonight. Falcons and Eagles. Get it rolling for real. Like I've said before, I don't pay too much attention to watching preseason games. Starters don't play much, if at all. You know, you don't really know a lot of the guys that are playing, so I don't pay too much attention. You know, I pay attention to who's getting hurt, you know, things like that. Something big. You know, Aaron Rodgers, $134 million, 4 years. To me, he's the most talented quarterback that's ever lived. You know, so he deserves it, and he'll stay in Green Bay because he's got 2 years left on his existing contract and then this new 4-year deal, so he's set till he's 40. But I am ready. Juices are flowing. Like I said, fantasy draft, college football, NFL next Thursday night starting for real. And then 9th and 10th, Giants and everybody else playing. Ready to go, ready to roll. I wish the Mets were still involved in a pennant race, but that was over with the 5-21 June, so that's over. Have to start talking about the Yankees down the stretch, because obviously they're going to be in the playoffs, most likely with the number 1 wild card spot, but I guess they have a slim chance at the East still. But we'll see. I'll start talking more about the Yankees, and obviously next week a lot more about college football and especially the NFL. All right, so that's it. We lost 2 out of 3 in Chicago to the Cubs. Our 2 best pitchers, we didn't get either one of those games, but it happens. We'll try and regroup in San Francisco tomorrow night. All right, so that's it. Have a great rest of Thursday night. Have a great day on Friday, and if you can, stay up late, 10:15 for the Mets tomorrow in San Francisco. All right, that's all I've got. Subscribe to the show if you haven't, please. That'd be awesome. And in closing, check out the Mets tomorrow night. And as always, I appreciate it very much. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.